So come out and bowl for kids' sake on July 28th. For more information, dial 877-4497. Thank you.
Solid Gold, Saturday night at 6 on Channel 44.
To Wembley Stadium, where today the Tampa Bay Bandits meet the USFL champion Philadelphia Stars. Today's game is being brought to you in part by Burger King, where every tender, juicy burger is flame broiled. By Art Palmy's Dodge City, where friend meets friend. And by Herman Joseph, we make the best of time. Good afternoon, everyone, from historic Wembley Stadium in London. We should say good evening here in London. Good afternoon to you back in the Bay Area. This is Randy Scott along with Vic Prinzi, set to bring you tonight's exciting game between the Bandits and the new league champion Philadelphia Stars. Vic, these teams have been here most of the week. They've had a lot of fun during the week. They have practiced. It should be an exciting game for our viewers back home and for the fans who are coming into Wembley Stadium this evening.
Well, Ron, it's one thing about it. It's going to be a most interesting ball game. Both clubs have been here approximately a week. They've been out seeing the tours and the sites. They have had light workouts through the week, just maybe 2 or 3. For possibly the Philadelphia Stars, it's not going to be too bad because, as you know, they just came off that big championship win last week. For the Bandits, it's going to be a little more difficult. They have not practiced in 3 weeks, so we got to hold our breath on them.
Well, both coaches have taken a let's have a little fun approach to this game. I think they would like to score a lot of points and put a lot of points on the board this afternoon and show the British that this is a game in which you can score a few more goals than you do in soccer, perhaps.
Well, we can be sure that Bandit ball, Steve Spurrier, has gone to the bag of tricks, as we talked about many times in the past. And by golly, he's even come up with 2 or 3 more new ones out there. So hang in there, watch us. We'll try to describe as best we can the plays that he comes up with.
I can say, Vic, that I think the players are looking forward to this game as much as we are watching it this afternoon. They've been talking about it all week. They're excited about putting a good quality game of American football on for these fans here in London this afternoon. And, of course, these fans are going to see 2 of the best teams in the United States Football League, 2 playoff teams who have just finished their seasons and are primed for this game.
Well, they're going to see that. And, of course, you know, this is an exhibition game. I mean, let's not forget that, Randy. But the point is that they're going to go out there, and it's still a contact sport, still blocking and tackling, and there's a lot of pride involved. So it's going to be a little slow at points, maybe. But then on the other hand, it could heat up very quickly. Some good licks can be passed out there, and let's hope the execution is as good as we were looking for.
Vic, the weather, as you know, has been cool here most of the week. This afternoon, it warmed all the way up to about 80 degrees, so we should have perfect conditions for the kickoff in just a few minutes.
It is excellent. The sun is shining out there today. It is warm, probably around 80 degrees, so it should be an excellent ball game.
Stay with us here on Channel 44. It should be a great afternoon of fun and excitement live from London as the Tampa Bay Bandits take on the Philadelphia Stars.
There's a tropical taste sensation waiting for you.
That's us, right?
Live from Wembley Stadium in London, Channel 44 presents the Tampa Bay Bandits and the USFL champion Philadelphia Stars. Wembley Stadium, site of the 1948 Olympics. Bob Mathias and company right here. This was the scene of the first post-war Olympic competition. A historic stadium reserved only for the British Soccer Cup finals and the rugby finals and select international matches. It is hallowed ground on which these Bandits and Stars will be playing this afternoon before this crowd, in London. Vic Prinzi, Eric Trevillian, and I will be right back. This is Randy Scott. Stay with us on Channel 44. The kickoff is just moments away.
Look at these.
6:30 in the evening, our time. We're a few minutes past that mark, and we welcome you to our telecast. And The Tampa Bay Bandits have won the toss and have elected to receive. Kicking off for the Philadelphia Stars, champions of the USFL, is David Trout. They call him Thunderfoot. Had an excellent season, excellent playoff campaign. And back to receive for Tampa Bay, Ricky Williams and Alvin Bailey. An exciting moment, Vic, and I tell you kind of get goosebumps when you walk into the stadium and look down on this pitch.
Well, I tell you what, such history has been made here through the century. But, you know, the important thing, John Bassett again pull another coup d'etat. As the Bandits came out, were introduced, they were all carrying the British Jack. They had the flags high and waving, and so all of a sudden now we have a crowd that is very, very pro Tampa Bay Bandits.
Absolutely. Eric Trevillian is with us in the booth for this telecast. Eric, I know if you had your druthers, you'd much rather be down on the field.
Yeah, definitely. Playing in this historic stadium and all the tradition, I would have loved to have been out on the field.
But we appreciate you coming up here and joining us on our telecast and look forward to your insight this afternoon. I do think we will see a lot of footballs in the air, Vic.
I would certainly hope so. You know, something we've got to explain as we go along, Randy, is the time factor on this game. There can be a new experiment by the United States Football League.
That's right. We'll get into that. They are experimenting with a special rule this afternoon regarding time, which may speed the game up a little bit. David Trout is set to kick off for the Philadelphia Stars. Coach Steve Spurrier on the sidelines. The deck today in knickers and a British sweater.
One thing I noticed
very much at home here.
I tell you one thing I noticed. There we go, the kickoff.
Trout's kickoff. Floating deep to Ricky Williams. Check that. That's Bailey. Alvin Bailey at the 8. Out to the 20. 25. Tripped up around the 27-yard line. Guiding the Tampa Bay Bandits offense this afternoon is 12-year veteran John Reeves. He will start this contest. Reeves enjoying his best season yet as a pro quarterback. Tampa Robinson High School product, threw for 4,092 yards, completing 58% of his passes, 28 of them for touchdowns. Behind Reeves, Gary Anderson, and the fullback is number 35, Marv Christian. First down, Bandits at their own 27. Fakes the handoff, play action pass. It's complete on the far side to the tight end, John Brinkman. And a good response from this crowd, Vic. I think they're more knowledgeable than perhaps we give them credit for.
Well, you know, they've had the opportunity of probably catching, you know, ESPN TV over here, some American games. But on a first pattern coming right out, hitting John Brinkman on a little out pattern. So we have discussed before, there's been an awful lot of passes thrown during this ballgame.
Pickup of 5 on that play. Second down and 5 for the Bandits. Split backfield now behind Reeves. Hands off to Gary Anderson. Darting along the line of scrimmage, looking for a hole, and it just didn't open up. Closing it down fast was the outstanding rookie quarterback for the Philadelphia Stars, Garcia Lane, an Ohio State product who had an outstanding season in Philadelphia this year.
Well, you know, one of the nice things about him, you know, Garcia Lane, he comes in here as a rookie, steps right in, but he's such an outstanding athlete. That time he just came in and just completely shut off that outside sweep, did not allow Anderson to get outside.
Interesting call now as Wilford Morgan comes to the near side of the field, flank to the near side. On the far side, number 89, Willie Gillespie. And on 3rd and 5, let's see what Steve Spurrier pulls out of the Bandit playbook. Might see a little Bandit ball here, Vic.
Might see that. Eric, what kind of pass pattern do you think it might be with that kind of set he has out there with Brinkman split out a little bit from the tight end position?
Yeah, he's got Brinkman spread out kind of wide there. You might watch a combination pattern with Willie Gillespie and John Brinkman.
Reeves getting some time. Complete across the middle to Gary Anderson, who drifted out of the backfield. Pulled the pass in around the 40, forward progress out to about the 43-yard line, and it's a first down for the Bandits.
Well, I tell you again, Gary Anderson sliding through the line of scrimmage. This has been a bread and butter play all year where he and Boone will both come. Makes a good reception, tries to make the move. I think if he'd have gone a little bit more laterally and picked up Marv Christian's block down to number 35, he may have had a big play.
And what a season Gary Anderson had. Second in rushing by just 1 yard behind Greg Boone with 1,008. Here's Reeves setting up. Pass is complete. Over the middle to Wilford Morgan. Wilford Morgan, number 80, wide receiver, the rookie out of Bethune-Cookman. They are in Stars territory at the Philadelphia 40-yard line, and will have another first down. Tampa Bay moving the ball early here. You know, the players who practiced here a couple of times this week were remarking what a perfect field it is to play on because there's no crown in the middle. It's perfectly flat, and they love those conditions.
Loves that condition, especially from wide receiver, right, Eric? You don't have to worry about that crown.
Definitely. You get a better vision of the ball also.
Now operating out of the I formation, 3 wide receivers, and Reeves hands off to the tailback. Anderson breaks around the left side. fights his way down to about the 32-yard line. That time the Stars had closed up the middle, and Anderson found running room around the left side. Mike Lush, the free safety for the Stars, finally coming up to make the tackle.
All right, Anderson, you know, as we were talking about, comes to the line of scrimmage here, and you're going to see no hole. Pops it outside. There was a close down too hard on the outside by number 56, George Cooper, and he's the one who got beat, and that's exactly where Gary Anderson decided to take that football.
8-yard pickup. We were talking about Anderson, what a year he had. He was also the Bandits' #2 receiver. 66 receptions, right behind the fellow standing beside us in the booth, Eric Trevillian and Marvin Harvey. That's a run by Ricky Williams, the former Florida State Seminole. And he has a first down. And so far, the Bandits are really controlling the line of scrimmage. They're blocking for John Reeves well, and they're opening up those holes for those running backs.
Well, I think one of the things you're probably going to find today out there is that both defenses are going to play what they call basic defense. It's probably a cover 3 or cover 4. Man-to-man coverage is 4. Cover 3, I believe, is zone coverage. So you're not going to catch too much blitzing. And that's why you're going to see a lot of big plays and an awful lot of offense today.
All right, Ricky Williams comes out. The lone setback is Gary Anderson. Anderson. Reeves looking toward the end zone. Wilfred Morgan could not hold on to the ball. Wilfred Morgan looking at his hands in disbelief at the end zone. The coverage was from the left quarterback, Jonathan Sutton.
Eric, what kind of pattern is this he's running? It's what, an up and go?
Yeah, Wilfred basically ran a takeoff pattern, and he's streaking down the sideline. He just took his eyes off the ball in the last yard or so, and it bounced out of his hands.
You think he's going to look back on this and say, my goodness, I could have scored the first touchdown at Wembley Stadium for the United States Football League?
Yeah, I believe so.
Second down at 10. The Bandits at the Philadelphia 22-yard line. On the move. In games where John Reeves has started at quarterback, the Bandits have won 20 and lost only 5. Long signal count. Again to the safe sideline. His pass is complete at the 15. Morgan breaks a tackle and fights his way down to the 10-yard line. That time, Wilfred was close to a first down, and he picked up the extra yardage with that good second effort.
Well, the one nice thing about, Wilfred Morgan is he's a big boy, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's almost like a tight end in the air.
Yeah, definitely. He's built very stoutly, and Wilfred uses his size to break that tackle and pick up the first down.
Bandits' offensive backfield distinguished itself this season as the first in pro football history to have 2 1,000-yard-plus rushers and a 4,000-yard passer. Reeves, Anderson, and Boone. Both Boone and Anderson going over the 1,000-yard mark. Here's Reeves. First and goal from the 10. Touchdown to John Brickman, the rookie tight end out of Duke. And the Bandits go on top 6-0 in a historic touchdown here at Wembley Stadium.
Well, I think it's fine that the young rookie out of Duke, John Brinkman, on a very big play. I tell you what, Steve Spurrier, this has got to be one of the better plays. Brinkman's going to come from the right side of the screen. You see him slipping through the linebackers, and of course, John's going to pick him up. And lo and behold, that linebacker cannot keep up with him, and the backs, of course, on that side were occupied by the split end who went out, and I believe that was probably Willie G doing a post pattern.
And Willie G is into hold right now for the USFL Special Teams Player of the Year, Zenon Andrusician. An attempt to tack on the extra point. It is perfect. So the Tampa Bay Bandits break on top 7-0 here at Wembley Stadium, and we'll be right back live from London as Bandit Ball continues on Channel 44.
It is approaching midnight, and this man is possessed by hunger. A hunger so powerful it will drive him into another dimension known as the Midnight Zone. There is only one place where he can find the juicy flame-broiled Whopper he craves day or night. A place called Burger King. Very soon, you too will know hunger in the night. You too will drive through the Midnight Zone at Burger King.
It's easy to save money at Art Palmy's Dodge City 7 days a week. Here's proof. How about a Chevy Chevette, $49 down, $109 a month, or a cash price? Look at this, only $29.88. How about a Malibu wagon, great for summer traveling, $49 down, $159 a month, or a cash price of only $44.88. What do? As usual, go to the phone, pick it up, and give me a call right now at Art Palmy's Dodge City, 321-0500.
73 yards in 9 plays. The Bandits go on top 7-0 on a 10-yard touchdown pass from John Reeves to John Brinkman. Mark McCants back to receive the kickoff. McCants quite possibly the best special teams player on the Philadelphia Stars, and Andrusician getting set to tee it up. Vic, we talked about the experimentation with that special rule today regarding time. For the first 28 minutes of each half, the game clock will be started simultaneously with the 30-second clock instead of waiting for the snap of the ball. And, of course, maybe will shorten the actual playing time of the game. This is McCants. And a handoff. That's Antonio Gibson. Breaks to the left side, is finally forced out of bounds. A little razzle-dazzle there on the kickoff as McCants handed the ball to Antonio Gibson, the strong safety for the Philadelphia Stars. Bruce Vaughn finally making a force out at the 27.
A little bit of bandit ball just brought in there that time. Jim Morrow, the coach from Philadelphia, said, well, Steve Spurrier, I'm going to take a couple pages out of your book and slip in a little reverse.
Offside. Penalty is declined.
But you heard the call, and offside. Flag was dropped on the play. The penalty was declined, so the Stars will take over for the first time on offense, operating from their own 27-yard line. Let's go down on the field to Peter Scowcroft. Chuck Fusina's first pass of the afternoon is complete. Incomplete, they rule, at the 41-yard line. Herbert Harris, second-year player out of Lamar, was the intended receiver. John Bassett, the principal owner of the Tampa Bay Bandits, brought his team across the big pond to put bandit ball on display here this afternoon against the league champion Philadelphia Stars. Very enthusiastic crowd here at Wembley this afternoon. 2nd and 10 from their 27-yard line. Chuck Fusina. What a season the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer had. This pass also incomplete. Intended for Willie Collier, their leading receiver. Collier not able to hold on to the ball around the 35-yard line. Fusina was the top-rated quarterback in the league for 1984 statistically. And he was also named the most valuable player in the championship game this past Sunday night, back on the very familiar turf for him of Tampa Stadium.
Well, he had receivers open on those first two passes. Of course, the Bandits now are making substitutes. They're going to have a nickel back. They brought in Warren Hanna, number 20, and McAllister in at middle linebacker.
Midway through the first period, 3rd down and 10. Fusina sets up. Gives to Irv Eatman, the offensive tackle. Eatman breaks a tackle and gets out to the 35-yard line. Well, that's got to be the first carry, I'm sure, for the outstanding lineman from UCLA, Irv Eatman, who was the USFL's Man of the Year.
Let's take a watch. It's number 75, Irv Eatman. As you can see him, he's going back like pass protection, turns and takes that handoff. Tell you what, E.T., that's a big load to bring down at 6'6", 270 pounds, but he also found out it's not too easy running that football.
Yeah, I'll tell you who tripped him up was James Harrell, and he literally tripped him up. He didn't want to take him on one-on-one. First down, check that, 4th down, back to punt is Sean Landetta. Landetta, second-year player out of Towson State. The kickoff, Alvin Bailey, back to receive for the Bandits. Will let it go over his head, and it rolls harmlessly into the end zone. So Irv Eatman, called upon as the fullback, didn't quite get the necessary yardage. That'll bring the Bandits up to their 20-yard line when we return on Channel 44. Stay with us live from Wembley.
Your luggage won't be going there with you. But now Citicorp Travelers Checks announces the Citicorp Travelers Advantage, a great new insurance package for flight delays, trip interruptions, and luggage going adrift. You can only get it when you buy Citicorp Travelers Checks. Call for more details. The Citicorp Travelers Advantage, for things that can't possibly happen.
Philadelphia Stars sidelines, actually both teams sharing the same sidelines here at Wembley. So Wayne Peace, who started 2 games during the season, the Birmingham and Philadelphia game early on, has Marv Christian and Gary Anderson behind him in the I formation. Pitch back to Anderson. Fakes one handoff, then hands it off to Wilfred Morgan on the end around. Morgan with a nice block in front of him by the tight end. Morgan cutting back to the right. Got some running room. It brings the crowd to their feet. Morgan still dancing. Fine broken field run by Wilfred Morgan, who gets out to the 47-yard line, and the crowd here loves it.
And Randy, that's one of the plays that Coach Spurrier told us about. He's going to have 2 wide receivers on the same